The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. What is it? We don't know. The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. Here we go, it's the Gun Shop Show.
Welcome, this is the Gun Shop Show. I'm your host, Eli Bruton, coming to you from the sales floor of the best little gun shop in the world.
The best.
Getting bigger every day. And I'm joined by our producer, Mr. Trevor Smith.
Hey, guys.
And you've heard about him. You've seen him before.
Oh, yeah.
He's caused quite the controversy. That is our resident gun bunny, Logan Jones.
Dressed for the occasion today.
You're supposed to say hi.
Well, I thought he was going to roll the footage.
What footage are you talking about? Logan. Elegant.
I like that we're getting so much feedback about Logan's gun bunniness in the store.
Super controversial. I think it's trending on Twitter.
Yeah, what did the one lady say? It wasn't even about... She said, "You're not that."
Oh, yeah, she came in the store and she was like, "You're not that short in person." And I didn't realize that was the thing.
No one even said you were
I know. And it's true.
Yeah.
Is that a backwards insult?
Yeah.
Does that work?
So.
She didn't even know, yeah.
I think she was trying to be nice.
Yeah.
But in a way, not
Right.
a little bit.
Yeah, you wouldn't have known that people were saying that.
There's an underground movement happening.
Yeah.
We have a great show lined up for you today. We're going to be talking about Colt and Samuel Colt, the founder of the legendary firearms manufacturer, where they are today, where they have been throughout history as they have literally shaped and molded the course of history. And so that runs all the way back to the early parts of our nation and, of course, the Civil War era. So we'll break that down, and then we'll talk about where does Colt stand in a market like today, where things are crazy. In fact, so crazy that I feel like I really came in for a crash landing with today's show.
I gave you a pillow to land on, man.
Yeah,
I cradled you in.
It was a nice fluffy
Soft
pillow.
landing.
These guys can attest that it has been total mayhem in meeting the demand, and our company is growing, so you're seeing changes, positive changes being implemented at Liberty Tree Guns. We've gotten hundreds of consignment firearms in recently, so...
Yeah, you said there was a huge upswing in consignments, right?
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, we had a lot of people coming in, and, you know, we talked about it on the show. There's really no reason not to, if you have a gun that you don't want, not to bring it in. We have a 98+% success rate in getting those sold because we have a huge audience. We listed on all of the platforms. We keep it secure here, so it's always behind lock and key or behind the counter, so it's not just out where anyone can handle your firearm. It's insured, and we handle everything, the shipping, the legal paperwork, and it's no cost out of pocket. So that's probably why we have, I don't know the exact number that we've actually intaken, but we have commitments from several people totaling over 300 firearms that
Wow, that's a lot.
slated just to come in
Heck
this
yeah,
week.
man. Something you forgot to mention, Eli, is we also read each gun a bedtime story every night, too.
Yeah, that helps.
You can tuck it in.
That's what helps. That's what gets them so ready to go to their forever home.
What kind of, what did we take in? Are we taking in a bunch of classic ones, some newer ones?
It's been a nice mix. I mean, we had that whole collection of black powder that we showed on there. So that was one. We've got some other stuff in M1 Garand, some other older ones. But then some of the ones that are yet to come in, we had a whole collection of Smith & Wesson ARs.
Awesome.
Which is great. It's something we could use now.
Heck yeah.
But I'm spending every waking moment and some portions of my sleep trying to source ammo. And the good news is we have ammo basically on trucks on the way here in mass.
Trucking it in and trucking it out, actually.
Yeah, so definitely gonna have almost all of the hard to find calibers in stock. We've also rolled out the blue dot deals.
Oh yeah, we did.
And they have been hot.
So we need to make sure that we do a deep dive on the blue dot deals. Wow.
Wow, yeah, man, that's
Blue
really,
dot
it's working
deal.
its way out.
Yeah.
You're really dialing that in.
Yeah, it's not easy to say do a deep dive ditch
Duck.
duck.
Dive, dip, dodge,
dip,
dip,
and
and the blue
dodge.
dot,
Blue dot deals.
dive, dip, and deals.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we'll do that. I'll send Logan loose with the mobile cam, and we'll see what we can find in the blue dot bins where
Some good
everything is
stuff.
discounted.
Some real good stuff.
Treasures.
We also want to give you some free merch.
Free stuff.
So we always want you to be representing Liberty Tree Guns and the Gun Shop Show.
Yeah.
So I'm
Always.
going to do a couple things that you can get for free. Okay?
Just a couple?
I got to tell you guys a story.
Tell us.
We
Sure.
had a guy submit a like a help ticket on our
Uh-huh.
website, and he said, "Just so you know, your website sucks." He said, "I don't want anything. I just want you to know that." So I sent him a text, and I said, "Hey, broski, we can't fix it if we don't know what you don't like. So reply back." And he replied to the text. He said, "Well, there's so much that I need to do it over email because I can't type it all on my phone."
Yeah.
And then he sends an email and he said, "Hey, this is the broski you were talking to on text."
That's awesome.
Interestingly, though, I said, "Well, how'd you find our website and what did you not like about it?" And he said, "Well, I actually was trying to look up a sticker for the Liberty Tree because I live near."
Orange and Essex.
I don't think that's what he said, but obviously somewhere
Close enough.
That makes sense.
for my car, and I found your website, and I'm pro-gun, so I thought I'd look around. And first of all, hardly no ARs? What the heck?
Yeah.
And I'm like, did you just wake up from a coma?
That's when he said, "Yeah, actually, I did."
Yeah, that would have made me feel bad. But,
Yeah.
It's funny to think, but it's probably more interesting if he found us by way of looking for a sticker and then looked at guns. He might not be in tune with just the massive shortage that is happening in the gun industry right now. And so I could understand he was a little irritated. But anyway, we had a good conversation, and it was good feedback to have.
Heck yeah, man. I'd be interested to know some of the issues that he had
Yeah.
with the site so we can get those ramified.
I mean, mostly it was just we didn't have the stuff that he looked
yeah.
for. But he also said he was having trouble finding this thing that I'm going to tell you how to get for free. And that is the Liberty Tree Guns decal. And the Liberty Tree, if you're not sure why that's in the name, the Liberty Tree was an actual tree at the corner of Essex and Orange in Boston during the American Revolution. And it was a meeting place for like-minded patriots, people who believed in human freedom. And so we named our company after that premise, and you can put all of that symbolism and support the Gun Shop Show by getting one of these decals for absolutely free, sticking it on your car, your toolbox, or your range case, or whatever it is, and all you have to do is go where?
You're going to go to our website, libertytreeguns.com. You're going to click the merch tab at the top of the page. Click the merch section, and they'll be there free of charge.
Welcome back, Logan.
Yeah, you would have thought I had like a shock collar on. I said, "And you're going to go where?" And I look over at him, and he goes,
Honestly, I was thinking about all of the orders that we've been shipping out and how crazy it's been lately.
It's been
absolutely nuts.
Crazy awesome.
stuff going
awesome.
all
Heck
over
yeah.
the country. So you're going to go there to Liberty Tree Guns, click the merch section. You can get 3 things for absolutely free. Get yourself a Liberty Tree Guns camouflage hat.
Woo-wee.
I barely saw that.
Man, yeah. Can barely tell
Mesh
what
back
it is.
ball cap. You
Keep
can get
your-
yourself a
That's a good
can
look.
Keep the
koozie.
back of your head cool.
And you can also get the decal. But there's one. See, anybody can get those things.
Yep.
It's free.
Yep.
If you're just getting the decal, we'll even ship that for free. I will pay for the stamp to ship you that.
Generous fella.
But there's one thing that only one person can get.
What is it, dude?
We've never given away anything on this level.
Oh, man. You didn't even tell me what this was.
I'm getting goosies, man.
This is the Fast Finger Special.
Okay.
What is it?
So the first one, to go to libertytreeguns.com.
Yeah.
And you have to promise to look around while you're there and see if there's anything that you might need, because this is your favorite show.
And your
But
favorite gun store.
then you're gonna go to Liberty Tree Guns, go to the merch section, and get yourself
What is it?
1 can of Bruce's yams.
Ooh, hot yams.
I can't believe you're giving that away, man.
Get yourself
you
a
said
can
that was your favorite one, too.
Bruce's hot
Wow.
yams,
Man.
cut sweet potatoes in syrup.
You know what I like about you? You're not like Walmart. You're not like, forget about Thanksgiving. We're going straight to Christmas.
Nope.
You're a guy who focuses on the giving of thanks
Yeah.
with Bruce's Yams.
Yeah. I'm not just here to yammer on. I'm here to give you yams.
Bruce's Yams, not a sponsor of the Gun Shop Show.
But
could be if they want.
They specifically sent us an email to reiterate that they wanted to in no way be affiliated with the Gun Shop Show.
Right.
I'm just joking, though. I mean, yes, that we are going to actually give that away, but I'm going to give you another Fast Fingers item.
Whoa.
This is a really nice fixed blade.
Real deal.
Looking sharp.
buck
Oh, wow. It's
hunting
got
knife.
that back hook thing there for
Yeah, it's got hook.
cutting stuff.
It's called a
Oh.
back hook, yeah.
It's called a back hook thing for cutting stuff. Cue
No
the-
enough parts.
Cue the buck video. Get yourself a buck knife with a back hook cut thingy feature, McBob.
Long day in the
Gun
office.
Shop Show.
Right here on the Gun Shop Show. Hey, Adam and Lauren. Thanks for jumping on here so we can make an ad for the show.
Yeah, absolutely. We're huge Second Amendment advocates and big supporters of Liberty Tree and the Gun Shop Show.
All right, so for the ad, we're going to want to go over what you offer.
We do all the standard auto, home insurance, life insurance.
We also do a lot of rental property, whether that be commercial rental or residential, duplexes, apartment complexes, single-family dwellings. And we have specialty policies for all your firearms.
You have commercial coverage on my rental properties, so we can put that in the ad too. And I was thinking that we'll talk about how you're big supporters of the store and how you come in the store pretty much every day on your lunch break and buy guns.
Maybe don't mention the everyday thing because my wife does watch the show, but we've been known to come in occasionally.
Every once in a while.
All right, guys, I think that we have everything we need to make an ad, so once I get it done, I'll give you guys a holler to check it out. Trevor, don't put it in the ad, but those guys are in here literally every day on their lunch break.
Land is everything to me. When I was born, I was brought home to the family farm, was raised, learned work ethic there, learned appreciation and respect for life and the land itself, and it just became second nature. I had to be there all the time. Whenever I wasn't on the land, I was not happy. But I learned to understand the land, learned to respect it, learned family values. My wife and I have bought a farm besides the one we live on, and it has just been it's been a great investment, and it's been someplace that my son and I have shared the passion of hunting together. And it's just land has been everything in my life. It has kind of kept me focused and gave me a place to be. It's kind of kept me grounded.
It's been a pleasure over the last 18 months serving both the Mount Vernon and the Carthage community with all their wireless needs, whether that's small business or keeping your family connected. Visit us at 100 George E. Phelps Boulevard, Carthage, Missouri, or 417-317-6342.
If you need a simple upgrade, to add a line, or need help with a plan change, come by and let one of our representatives help you out. Our Mount Vernon location is located at 318 West Mount Vernon Boulevard. Our phone number is 417-737-9669, or you can visit our Facebook page at Verizon Wireless Mount Vernon.
We have all the accessories for your favorite models, such as the S20 Ultra, maybe it's the 11 Pro Max, or the Google Pixel 4.
For just a simple plan change, an upgrade, or to add a new line to your account, stop by one of our convenient locations or check us out on social media. To get connected or stay connected to Verizon Wireless, the nation's best network.
Thank you.
We will see you soon.
This is Russell. I gotta go. It's time for the Gun Shop Show.
Welcome back. It is your friends in the gun business. I'm your host, Eli Bruton, owner of Liberty Tree Guns. And right before the break, we were telling you, go to the website. If somebody hasn't already done it, you're going to want to jump on there with those fast fingers and get you two fast finger items a day. You got a can of not even that expired Bruce's yams.
Heck yeah, man.
And
them's ready to eat.
Yeah, ready to eat.
That's a survivor's dinner right there.
They're-
Knife and yams.
That's right.
You could open that can of yams with that knife.
And then eat them.
With the knife.
The theme of today's show is Colt. And Colt is a name that most people are familiar with in the gun world. I mean, even if you're not hardcore, you're like, okay, I've heard of a Colt.
Yeah, at least the Indianapolis Colts, right?
Yeah, at least the middle one of the three ninjas.
What? Three ninjas? How did three ninjas get into this? Was his name Colt?
One of them's name was Colt, remember?
News? No, I don't.
Ninjas?
But news to me, man.
Yeah, though, if there's any 90s kids out here.
Well, I have to tell you, I've learned more than two things today, and one of them is that you have an extensive knowledge of Three Ninjas. You're my Three Ninjas guy.
Yeah, is it like a movie or something?
I'm his TMNT guy, and you're my Three Ninjas guy.
That was
now.
one of the handful of movies I grew up with.
Three Ninjas.
So, yeah. If you grew up in the mid-90s, you're going to know what I'm talking about. So holler at me.
Holla.
I want to know where my ninja's at.
Yeah.
Ain't no holler back, girl.
Last
Well
week
played.
on the show, we gave away 10.
10.
10
Not 8, not
Liberty
9
Tree
or
gift
11.
cards.
10.
So we have the winners, all 10 winners.
We do. I'm not looking forward to the drum roll on this,
Yeah,
man.
so we're going to announce those coming up shortly. But this show, we're giving away two gift cards.
Okay.
Two $50 gift cards.
Two $50 gift cards.
$50 gift cards.
50.
How do you
Two
win
winners.
those?
Yeah, how do you do that?
do you
You're
get
going
those?
to want to share the feed. If
Share.
you're listening on the radio and you're like, what do you mean feed? I've just got my dial on the radio. I mean, you get your phone out.
Yep.
You type in Liberty Tree Guns in Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
You find the live stream where you can see things like our resident gun bunny.
Mr. Logan the Gun Bunny Jones. So cute.
Nobody's going to tune back in.
Sorry.
And then you're going to share that feed. Okay?
Just click the share button. Isn't it on the bottom right?
I don't know
Of
where
the
it is.
mobile
You know
thing?
where the share button
I think
is.
you're onto something there.
I am? Or
At the bottom right, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's near
I mean,
the
it
bottom.
doesn't matter.
It's on
Wherever
the
the
bottom.
share button is, you're going to share the feed. You're going to tag 5 friends, okay? That's what we want you to do. Also, we're going to check the voicemail
Yep.
because we have to do that.
Getting full.
But let's talk about Colt for a minute before we do that.
We should talk about Colt.
Make sure you
Yeah.
tag 5 friends, share the feed, and 2 winners are going to get a $50 gift card to spend right here with your friends in the gun business at Liberty Tree Guns. Where do you want to start? There's a lot to talk about.
I feel
There is
like we could at least start at the beginning.
Let's
of
start
how it all happened.
in 1814.
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
We took a little trip back then.
In 1814?
Yeah. Do you recall what we brought?
No.
We took a little bacon and we took a little beans, if memory serves. And I was thinking that we caught, was it the Bloody British? And what city was that?
Hartford, Connecticut? I
No.
don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Beans and bacon, man.
Just going off the top of my head,
Uh-huh.
and it was 1814, and we took a little trip, me and Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little
Oh.
bacon, and we took a little beans, and we caught the Bloody British at the town of New Orleans. None of
See,
that's ringing a
I
bell?
did not. I don't know that jingle, man.
Yeah. I remember
I know.
that now.
I know that
It was
1814
old
was.
Orleans back then, though. is the
Yeah.
problem.
See, that's the problem.
It was just Orleans.
That's where you threw me off.
It was just, that was pre-Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
We just called it Orleans back then. 1814. Samuel Colt was born in Hartford, Connecticut. I've never been to Connecticut at all.
I haven't either.
neither.
I've heard lots about it. pretty much that Hartford's there, and Samuel Colt
heard
was
it's a place.
or Samuel Colt was born there.
There's several. What's interesting is a lot of people don't associate the East Coast and especially the New England area as pro-gun. So
Right.
But you got to think a lot of our major manufacturers have been around since near the founding of our country, and that was the origin of our country, and so those roots are there. So there's several gun manufacturers that are made in Connecticut.
Well, Smith and Wesson, I know, is basically an offshoot of Colt.
Yep, and they're headquartered in Connecticut. At least some of their manufacturing happens in Connecticut.
Yep.
I forget. I know we did a whole show on it, but I've forgotten.
I bet there is some Samuel Colt related stuff in Hartford.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Oh, guaranteed.
I'm sure.
So I don't know how much of this you researched, but he was quite the entrepreneur. But not just that, he was very much into establishing things for future uses, like places and things. You know what I'm saying, guys? Future things, places.
Them's words, yep.
Yeah, you're saying stuff. No, I mean, entrepreneur is going to be man after my own heart, obviously. As a serial entrepreneur myself, and as someone who can't help but try and create something, an environment, a climate, a reaction in other people.
Right.
It's in some people's nature, and it must have been in Samuel Colt's nature. What were you referring to exactly?
It seemed like he did. He was very prolific with regards to setting up his business to empower his employees. So he would try to, teach them and train them and so on and so forth. And therefore, you had Smith and Wesson as a result of that. But I can't even think of the words right now, guys. I'm sorry.
I was just thinking.
But I should have written them down.
I was just thinking, as I sit here and imagine empowering your employees, I'm going to empower you right now, Logan.
Okay. Empower me.
You don't have to wear the ears the whole time.
Oh, thank God.
There you go. Boom. Empowered.
Wow.
Boom. Roasted.
How empowered do you feel right now?
I'm on a new level.
Wow.
So
It feels good.
Samuel Colt is an inventor and an entrepreneur.
That's true.
You know, those things aren't always mutually exclusive.
No, not typical. No,
when they are,
not
it's
always.
a force to be reckoned with.
What's interesting is I wonder how many great inventions are out there, but they're paired with a person who doesn't have that how to promote, how to sell.
Apple.
Yeah, there's a lot of instances in it in history. I didn't see the whole. I didn't follow the movie or the whole story, but I know that Facebook was kind of that way. Like somebody helped make the framework, but it took somebody else to say, "Well, it has to be deployed like this and done like that."
To see the value and see the vision.
Exactly.
Yep. The technician married with the entrepreneur is a recipe for success.
Yes. So coming back, we're going to talk about what first inspired Samuel Colt to create the invention that would go on to change the world. If you know what inspired him to create the revolver, let us know in the comments, because I'm interested to see who can guess correctly. We may have teased it in previous shows.
Oh, a little bit.
So stay with us. We'll be right back on the Gun Shop Show. Hey everybody, Eli here, and I'm really excited to tell you that the Gun Shop Show is brought to you by one of my favorite places on earth. Located here in my hometown of Carthage on the beautiful historic square, the Emporium on the square, and the Woodshed. It's a art gallery, an event center, a gift shop. They have art classes, and there's very unique Americana artwork from famous artists like Andy Thomas. They handle a lot of his original framing. Just has this incredible old school vibe, and you can feel the history coming through
through, you have to check out the art gallery. But then as you work your way to the back, my favorite part, the woodshed, had a lot of great meals in here. They've got burgers. I love their catfish. Excellent. Chicken and waffles even. It's incredible. And it's also a music venue. So we got to see my favorite band of all time, the Ben Miller Band. Ceiling was literally raining down. They were rocking so hard. But the best thing, owned by one of my favorite people on earth, that's Cherry Babcock. Check out the Emporium on the Square and the Woodshed. Hey, podcast listeners and live stream viewers. I wanted to let you know that the Gun Shop Show is made possible by our friends at Mid-America RV. Being in the customer service industry, I have a really high standard for how customers are treated. Mid-America RV does it right. I've got my RV through their dealership, and I've taken it all over the country. We made it to South Padre Island. We've gone to Colorado several times. And if you've ever owned an RV, you know there's a lot that comes with it. So who you get it from matters. And it's extremely important that you have support after the sale. They're located just outside of Carthage. They have a really vast inventory, and they are home of, I believe they call it a forever warranty. So I urge you, if you're in the market for one, to check them out. It's a really fun and can be very affordable way to get your trips in. So visit them at midamericarv.com. We appreciate their support of the Gun Shop Show. If you're in the market for a travel trailer or fifth wheel, check out Mid-America RV. The Ruger Security 9 LTO, an exclusive new firearm only from Liberty Tree Guns. This is an affordable pistol that comes with Ruger's renowned reliability and workmanship, and comes with an optic with a 3-year warranty. If you haven't ever shot a pistol with an optic on it, it's a lot of fun and you can really acquire a target quickly. All right, Ruger Security 9 LTO unboxing. So it pretty much obviously comes with everything the Ruger Security 9 would already come with, and this is how they look in the box. Ruger started doing this insert in the box, which is kind of nice. We've had to modify it a little bit to make sure that your optic fits. So there's a cutout so the cover can go on and then the gun can fit right here in that. They come with 2 mags, so a lot of price point guns, you're just getting 1 mag, but you get 2 15-round, OEM mags. A couple little bonuses is the optic comes with the AR mounts. So if you want to pull this optic off and run it on an AR, you've got everything that you need. That's a freebie, just comes in the box. Once we pull this insert out, here's where all the goodies that come with the optic. Got a 3-year warranty on the Firefield optic, the user manual. It has the tools for both mounting the optic if you want to take it off, and also the adjustment screwdriver for the windage and elevation, and then all of the factory information for your pistol. So this is the format that those will come in. And again, guys, remember, this is an option if you are excited to try out an optic on a pistol and you want to do it for a price point. So these at this price are cheaper than some guys are paying for just an optic. You're getting the gun and the optic. You can get the price and all the details at libertytreeguns.com. Just search LTO.
Hey there. We got your lab results back. It looks like you have a fever, and the only prescription is more Gun Shop Show.
Welcome back. This is the Gun Shop Show, coming to you from the sales floor of really the best gun store that I know of.
I can't think of another one.
We're talking in the world.
We're talking Liberty Tree Guns. We're located in Carthage, Missouri. where we have some unique things that we do, but one of them is the Blue Dot deals.
Yeah.
And we got a store full of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But I want to remind you real quick before we send Logan on a deep duck, dive, dodge, and ditch of the Blue Dot deals.
The 5 Ds of dealing.
That you need to share the feed. Tag 5 friends because you could be one of 2 winners from just this episode. So
what if they share the feed 5 times and tag 1 friend?
That doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
That's not how it works, Logan.
Just
Yeah.
But you could do that.
I like that you're staying sharp.
Mm-hmm.
So share the feed, tag 5 friends. You got really good odds. Last show, we gave away 10 Liberty Tree Guns gift cards.
It's
and we'll
exceptional.
announce those winners coming up. And we'll continue to talk about Colt.
Oh, yeah.
Colt, Samuel Colt was inspired by something to make the first revolver.
Yup.
Awesome.
Let's check the comments. I'm not sure if anyone got it, so let's tell them.
Okay. I can tell him. You want me to tell him?
Yeah, let's.
I'll tell him.
I'm sure
I'll go ahead and tell
Go
him.
ahead and tell him.
Okay, so I think that this is really interesting, but he was 16 years old, and he was a laborer on a ship traveling the Atlantic. They used to go back and forth quite frequently back then. And he was inspired by the wheel, watching the captain or whoever was steering the ship. They would turn the wheel, and then they'd have to leave it turned for periods of time, and they would, lock it into place. And that's where he got the idea for the indexing of the cylinder on the revolver. So,
And, it seems like such a simple and time-tested symbol or methodology for us.
Right.
In fact, today, revolvers are considered maybe somewhat antiquated by some people. I mean, they're still relevant.
Right.
Design.
Well,
Yeah, definitely.
grenade launchers, not just grenade launchers, but launchers in general use
Well,
that
if you
technology.
remember our, was that episode number 2?
Ish. 3. No, 2 was machine guns.
It was
3 or 4. 5?
I don't know.
It's one of the early
Go
ones.
back
it's
in our
single
catalog.
digits.
Go to gunshopshow.com and you can see all of our episodes. We've had really, really, really great episodes. Let's just run down real quick
You want to list them?
because we're bound to have some new listeners. Which thank you very much. Appreciate you. Can you go to gunshopshow.com so people can see that beautiful,
Gunshop
Beautiful bean footage.
beautiful website? Looky there.
Wow.
By the way, I'm working on a giveaway right now where you can turn your business into a sponsor of the Gun Shop Show. We'll give you a month for free.
That's awesome.
So stay tuned. You're going to be able to have a place to go to do that because our sponsors have had really great success. Oh, that is a lot of verbiage, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Can we put that behind a... let's just work on the fly. Let's do web design live on the show.
Right. Okay, so you just go to this page, and I want to say the top 20 are here, and then you can go to the next page and so on and so forth. But we got Joe Jorgensen there.
Joe Jorgensen.
Hot topic.
We had
Oops.
Black Powder. We had Brace Yourself, the ATF is coming. These are all episode titles. Remington goes bankrupt, but then go all the way back because I want to know what I was,
What are we?
the episode early
Episode 1 or 2, 3,
Oh, you want to go hit
5.
Numby.
The Guns of Law Enforcement with Sheriff Randy Kaiser.
Here, it'll be easy to do it here. So that was number 5. Number 5 was the winner on that one.
Oh, good. There you go. People saw your workflow there, Trevor.
Yeah, I'm ashamed. I got egg on my face.
Don't be ashamed.
You saw my Trello board.
Yeah, that's how
Doing
we
trade secrets.
That's like looking in the kitchen. You seen them make the sausage right there. That's how it gets done.
Yep, a lot of information there, guys.
Yeah.
So put that wooden.
I'm gonna throw the wooden.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I almost forgot the whole reason we went back off on that tangent. We shot a 37 millimeter. It's right there on the
right here
on the epi. Yeah, right there. Oh, look. Hey, look at you go.
Wow.
Everyone give a round of applause for our very talented producer, Trevor.
Yeah, click on stuff.
Look at that. He found a picture.
No one clicks on stuff
of
like
us.
you do, Trevor.
No.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So glad someone around here finally appreciates
He's
me.
clickbait. kind of like jailbait, but with clicks. With clicks. 37 millimeter launcher that we shot beanbag rounds out of, but you can also shoot grenades, you can shoot tear gas, and so that is utilizing, and then that is a modern, like, law enforcement would use that today if the situation dictated, and that uses this premise of the rotating cylinder with a singular barrel, and here is the wooden prototype. That's pretty fascinating.
That's the actual prototype.
And how
it's so similar.
That's what's amazing to me is that iteration is so close to what became a real Colt working parts.
Right.
Which is astonishing because, and honestly, you know, some people that make it as entrepreneurs, as designers, they just have that it factor. Like, he knew that's how it needed to be. He was able to pick something up and say, and be that close to what would become the firearm that would alter and steer the outcome of the American Civil War and many other conflicts and still be relevant and in use today.
Absolutely.
We talked about wheel guns last week on the show, and again, not possible without Samuel Colt.
That's right. And I think we should definitely discuss the fact that he was 16 when he came up with this concept.
Inspires me and also makes me go, what am I doing with my life?
Well, my first job I had at 15, I was washing dishes incognito at a restaurant. This young man was traveling the high seas, working as a laborer on a ship. I couldn't fathom doing that in my life. Not only that, be so inspired. Like, I had brain ideas when I was young and when I was 16, and I was thinking about stuff and wanting to create stuff, but to actually apply it. By
the way.
Brain ones?
Yeah.
Well, there are other ideas you can have, but they are not radio friendly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my foot ideas are the worst.
But it's some elbow ideas.
As soon as he got back, he began whittling that prototype out of wood.
So I wonder, there's no way to know, but other entrepreneurs, if you've ever had an idea and you've put it to use, let me know in the comments. But for me, if I ever have that moment, like I imagine that he had when he saw that wheel and pictured that gun, I will be consumed by the implementation or at least the testing of the premise of an idea.
Obsession.
I'm imagining being on that ship, and although I'm sure he was committed to working hard, he's probably daydreaming constantly about where's he going to go. As soon as he gets home, he's going to find wood. He's going to start working on it. This is what it's going to look like, and it's all formulating in his head. Amazing to imagine the scenery of a young man working on a ship.
I wonder, and all I can do is wonder if he knew the gravity of the thing that he was building. I mean, once he actually got into production and built the firearm, he went out and tried to sell the gun and failed. His first attempts were failures.
People are like, this is stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it was similar to that. Yeah.
Well, the fact
that's because people are married to convention. They don't. It's new, so it can't be.
Yeah,
you know that happens a lot. I gave away. Granted, it wasn't on the level of the revolver, but I gave away an idea that really put me on the map or the path to be where I am today multiple times to people. I told them exactly how to make the thing, how I would sell it, and everybody was like, cool, and didn't do it. And one day I said, let's do it.
Gotta have that drive, man.
Yeah. And when you say, I wonder if he understood the implications, it's possible, at least for me, to simultaneously believe that something is going to be epic and change the course of everything, and also still underestimate what it actually is going to produce.
Right.
Be right back on the Gun Shop Show. Wait. We can't go to break yet. I have to announce the winners of the 10 gift card giveaway. We gave away $10 Liberty Tree Guns gift cards, and we had 10 winners for commenting, and those winners are Cassie Schaefer, Michael Tubbs, Julie Johnson, Rick Ford, Jeff Leitner, Amanda May, Dan Gill, Lulu Comer, hey Lulu, Mike Ray, Michael B. Green, and we'll dump all those names in the comments, so you have until the next episode airs to claim those. So make sure you reach out to us and get your $10 gift card. And there's one other thing too. I'm glad we didn't go all willy-nilly into the break, because we have to announce another thing we're doing, which is the Show Us Your Rack competition. That is where you can upload, and I know it sounds nefarious, but it's not. You can upload your photo of your favorite deer. All you got to do is go to libertytreeguns.com. There's a link at the very top of the page, and you submit a photo of a deer that you've harvested. And Trevor, can you go ahead and put that on screen for me?
Yup.
So just right at the top of our page, you'll see a big banner, and you can submit a photo of your buck that you've harvested this year or last year, anything that you're proud of, and you have until the 20th to submit your photos, and then on the 27th, we're going to open up voting. So if you scroll down, you can see folks that have entered so far.
Yeah, if I can scroll down.
There you go. You can click right there to enter your own, and then you'll be able to share these links and get votes. And whoever gets the most votes gets $500 cash and a new rifle from Liberty Tree Guns.
Listen here, Pilgrim. This here is the Gun Shop Show.
Welcome back. This is the Gun Shop Show. We are your friends in the gun business here at Liberty Tree Guns. And today's episode is all about Colt. We have just scratched the surface on who Samuel Colt was and the implications that had on the industry. And I thought we happen to have on our crew here someone who is a real Colt, you might say, aficionado.
Oh,
I like that word.
Aficionado.
And that is our customer support and shipping specialist, Tom. Tom, thanks for agreeing to actually be on the show.
Eli, thanks for having me on the show.
You did not necessarily sign up for that when you came to work here at Liberty Tree Guns.
I did not.
It's a little bonus.
And it is totally coincidental that you are wearing your Gun Shop Show shirt today, because we did not plan this.
It looks good on you, man.
Impromptu.
Oh, I have to represent.
So we're going to dive back at some point into the history and the development of Colt and how it got from that first wooden prototype to today. But what we know today as modern gun owners, excuse me, and those of us in the gun business, is that Colt makes some awesome stuff.
That's true.
Hey, I have to ask, I've heard of the Colt 1911. Did they create the 1911? Anybody know? No?
They did not create the 1911. John Moses Browning.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Prolific gun designer of all time, designed it for them.
Nice. I just in reading about Colt that popped out to me.
Yeah, it's my favorite pistol of all time.
Yeah, it's a good looking pistol.
A lot of people's favorite pistol of all time.
I don't think you can beat it.
Eli, you need to take a break, man.
I just about do.
Hang in there, buddy.
Yeah, I got a little scratch in my throat. Sorry, guys.
It's okay, man. I was just worried about you.
Yeah.
You're the heart and soul of the show, man.
Dying on stream.
Yeah,
not good for the show.
It's like you wouldn't really expect it, but your voice and your throat is like the quarterback's arm getting injured in the game.
Yeah, or the running back's legs stop working.
I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that for what we're about to do. But, Tom, as a company, you like Colt, and there's got to be reasons. What are some things that just, like, what draws you to them? Because there's other gun manufacturers, obviously.
Well, what really draws me to Colt is the history. I mean, what company has created or put out so many iconic weapons? You know, they started, I believe, in 1855 and have continually produced, through 2 world wars, Vietnam, supplying our troops with weapons.
And interestingly is he sold firearms to both sides of conflicts, including
That's just good business.
Right? That's how you know he's an entrepreneur.
I know a guy who was out printing campaign signs like 24/7 right before the election, and he had 2 stores like a block and a half apart, and both flavors of campaign signs. And and he didn't care. He was making the money from both sides.
I mean, that was some early stuff I learned with design. Like, you don't pick sides.
Yeah. But the modern iteration of Colt, Samuel Colt isn't alive, so there has to be some ways that they do business that makes them put out a better product. And I know, because I heard you arguing with Gary about it, you have some beliefs in the way that they make their stuff, and we have some examples of some Colts here. So let's talk about, when you hold a Colt versus... I mean, in 1911, there's a lot of manufacturers that make them. You hold a Colt in one hand, and you hold some of the others in the other. What makes you want to gravitate toward that Colt?
Well, it's the way it's made. All forgings are done in the United States steel. There's more bar stock and forged parts in a Colt than there is pretty much in any other manufacturer's offerings, which makes it a sturdier weapon and something that's probably not going to fail on you.
What does bar stock mean?
Bar stock is the forged
material, the raw material.
Forged raw material that is very sturdy and is machined down to make the small parts like the slide stop and the thumb safety and the hammer and the trigger.
Okay.
In contrast, Trevor, the reason that is better and more durable is because they're taking solid chunk of steel,
right,
and then machining it down to those shapes, where some manufacturers use what's called MIM, or metal injection molding. So they take liquid metal and form it into the shape, and then maybe machine it down a little bit to get it exactly to spec. But what you have in a molded piece is not as much structural integrity. So Colt...
Is it because it was heated up and then cooled back down? Is that what weakened the structure of the metal?
Definitely changes it, yes. And proven to not be as strong. Now, how much that matters exactly is hotly debated in the gun community.
Very much so.
But it is hard to deny that machining it out of solid stock has an advantage, and that is one thing that appeals to you for certain.
Absolutely, because those critical parts, like the slide stop or the hammer, if they bust off during use, then that gun is done. It's useless.
Yeah, completely useless. So we have 3 Colts here in front of us, and 2 1911 pistols and an AR. I'd like you to just pick those up, and I know you know a little bit about Colts, to see what you can tell us about them.
Okay, well, the first one here, let me see. Yeah, there we go. It's a Colt Series 70, 1911 in stainless. This is basically their modern offering. It's all done on CNC machines. The tolerances are quite nice, still to mil spec. They're not super tight. A great shooter, finely finished, and just an all-around good gun.
So that probably, if you wanted to introduce someone to a 1911, you wanted to take them shooting and say, I believe in 1911s and shoot this, and I hope you'll agree, this would be one that you would want to do that with.
Absolutely. This is more of a basic entry level. It's got the GI style sights. There's no beaver tail. There's no fancy hammer. It's just straight 1911 goodness, really.
And it's stainless, so
Stainless steel.
you don't mind to handle it. You're not worried about getting handling marks or
getting stains on it.
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful gun.
In fact, this can be cleaned with non-chlorinated brake cleaner if you want.
Wow.
If and you said entry level, but no Colt price point wise is really entry level. When we deal in guns, of course, if we have someone wanting to sell us a gun, we know we can give more for a Colt than we can a lot of other brands because they are about a gold standard for 1911s and for handguns in general. And this particular one, it's not even especially old, right? This would have been made about when?
Oh, I'd say it's probably about 10 years old or so.
And yet it's going to hold value, pretty much some degree of collector's value. It may not be the most rare, but it's still going to bring a premium compared to other brands because of that reputation of quality, because of the craftsmanship. Tell us what else you have here set aside for us.
Let's see what we have here. This is a special 1911. This is Colt's anniversary edition from 2011, a 100-year pistol. This is a 1911, not an A1 style. It has the shorter grip safety, the spurred hammer. It does not have the finger cutouts of a later 1911 A1. This is basically what Colt wanted to replicate. Some of the first pistols they ever produced in 1911.
What an awesome tradition for a company to be able to. They're not going back and emulating something someone else did 100 years ago. They're going to make a modern iteration of what their exact company was doing 100 years prior.
Yeah.
And the finish on that would be bluing, I assume.
Yes.
And that is another process, just like the 1911, still relevant, still in use today.
Absolutely.
But it was the technology of the time in 1911. So that is a very beautiful example, and I imagine the anniversary edition, really, there's a finite amount of them, right?
From what they said, they were only going to make them to order in 2011, but I believe they made them as long as they could get orders for them.
That's just good business.
That old Colt entrepreneurship
tradition, heck
carries
yeah.
on.
Exactly.
So we're going to continue breaking down these guns, but I wanted to remind everybody, if you're watching on our partners at KODE Television on Channel 12. We're coming to the end of the first hour, and unfortunately the second hour and the Shover Drive are not here on television. So
join us on Facebook.
You can stay right in line with the show. All you got to do is jump over on Facebook, type in Liberty Tree Guns, and we'll keep breaking down some of these awesome Colts and talking with Tom right here on the Gun Shop Show.
Hey, you know what makes this, the Gun Shop Show, possible? It's people who believe in the show. And someone who has believed in the show from the very beginning is my good friend Chris Chapman, owner of Whitehead Farm Supply. Here's a message from Chris.
Guys, my name's Chris Chapman, owner of Whitehead Farm Supply, and I just want to take a few seconds here to let you know that we are going to be proud sponsors of the Gun Shop Show, and we appreciate everything that them guys are doing over there, and we just want to show them our support. Thank you.
So whether you have 2 chickens or 2,000 acres, Chris is your man. Give him a call. I guess that's pretty much the ad.
Whitehead Farm Supply.
Seriously?
Always.
It's
the KZRG Morning News Watch. I'm Peter Thiel.
I'm Rob Brown.
And I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Dalton Evans.
I'll tell you what, the Show Us Your Rack promotion, which we're doing here at News Talk KZRG with our good friends at Liberty Tree Guns, your opportunity to win an awesome Beretta Tikka T3X bolt action hunting rifle.
Plus $500, and all you have to do is show us your rack. And we mean rack like that.
And when you go out and you assassinate, harvest your deer.
Very good.
Take a good picture of its head. Enter it at newstalkkzrg.com, and you're in line to win this amazing contest.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be from this year's. If you have one from previous years that you know is one heck of a fine rack, you can win with it as well, because it counts about how many of your friends really dig your rack.
Bada bing, bada boom. Hey, again, newstalkkzrg.com. Thanks to our good friends at Liberty Tree Guns and the Gun Shop Show for allowing us to be a part of their fun.
Now, show us your rack. Go. Steve. No, don't do it.
Here's your chance to snatch Santa's stuff at High Winds Casino. Be at High Winds on Saturdays in November and December when 10 players will each get to snatch a prize from Santa's stuff. And on New Year's Eve, one lucky finalist will win Santa's sleigh, a brand new 2021 Jeep Gladiator Sport 4x4 from Vance Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Miami. Entering is easy. Just play with your red card and you'll earn entries for both the Saturday night drawings and the New Year's Eve Jeep giveaway. Snatch Santa's stuff, only at High Winds Casino.
People are always asking me, Eli, you seem to get the best deals on things. What is your secret?
Glory actions and estate sales.
Trevor, I appreciate you jingling, but I have to say the ad part first because people need to know about the company.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to do that.
And then also, it's it's covering up my face. So
right.
just get a picture like from their Facebook page, because that's the best place, and then just put it right up here where the Gun Shop Show logo is. Okay.
All right. I'll do better this
and
time.
then and so let me finish the ad, and then you can jingle. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the best place to go is their Facebook page.
Oh, glory actions and estate sales.
You know what? Fine. I'll just move in between the graphics and finish telling people that the best place to find out when
old glory actions and estate sales. I think I got it that time, man.
Hey folks, I had to learn the hard way that a good home inspection makes a difference when you're buying a home. Our new sponsor, All Points Inspections, can provide just that. Here's a message from Corey from All Points Inspections.
Hey guys, Corey Hines here, owner of All Points Inspections. Up on a roof right now, currently doing a roof inspection, checking for leaks. But I am excited to announce that I am a new sponsor with the Gun Shop Show. Those guys are awesome over there. It's been kind of a Saturday morning routine for me now to join in on the conversations. Just a bunch of good group of guys all around, followers, watchers. Check them out. If you guys need home inspections, give me a call, 417-439-9229. Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Eli at Liberty Tree Guns here at 530 West Fur Road in Carthage, Missouri, and I want to show you a gun collection that we just bought from an individual. A little bit of everything in this one. We wrote a check for 22 guns. Got some newer lever guns, cool Henry Silver Boy, some older shotguns. This is a cool old 410 double barrel. This was a good mix. There was some newer type stuff, some old stuff here, some black powder, some cool Colt, black powder revolvers, newer Rugers, Mark IIIs, PMR 30, Taurus Judge, couple of Taurus revolvers, got a long slide 1911 right here, and then got this cool Llama 45. We just sold the sister to that gun in 38 Super. This particular individual, this was half the collection that we bought from him. And so I just want to remind you that we pay top dollar for entire collection, so we'll buy one gun or 100 from you, and we can offer consignment where we sort of establish what these guns are worth and we pay you out when they sell. Or in the case of this one, we offered consignment, we discussed it, and then we offered a cash
price, which was a little bit less than the consignment settlement price, but it's quick. It was one check, and we paid those all out to this individual. And probably the biggest, baddest, coolest one of the whole mix was this Bushmaster BA-50. So we have everything from little antique 22s to 50 cals in this one collection, and want to remind you that we'd love a chance to buy your collection. Find us at libertytreeguns.com or here on Fur Road in Carthage, Missouri. See you soon.
Hey all, it's Mel with Pro Outfitters. Once again, I'm on the go, but I always make time for the Gun Shop Show.
The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. What is it? We don't know. The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. Here we go, it's the Gun Shop Show.
Welcome back. This is the Gun Shop Show. If you joined, what were you saying thank you about?
At least once a show, I say thank you for welcoming me back to the Gun Shop Show.
Oh, that's for the audience.
Oh. Oops.
Yeah. You're welcome back, Trevor, but that's for the audience.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll try to hold up a sign when I mean you.
Okay. You just point at me.
I'm like, I'm going to tell you thanks once a day, and those are all the things you get.
Oh.
We were breaking down a couple of things. One is we were breaking down these beautiful Colt pistols, and we have some more Colt fodder for you. But before that, we were talking about, did Samuel Colt understand the impact that his prototype, his wooden prototype, would go on to have on the world? And I said, if he's anything like me, he probably kind of believed that, but also would be shocked to learn the actual outcome.
Yeah.
And we were just talking with Tom in the break and talking about the pallets of ammo that we were getting in, and he said, did you ever think when you started this that you would be getting pallets of ammo in? And what's interesting is all of the times that I have started a business or believed in something, I very early on knew it was going to be a big deal, to the point I mentioned that I would become obsessed or consumed by the premise until I got to implement it and show that. And people around me early on were like, cool, and not, some of them probably had their doubts. Some of the other ones, I don't think they necessarily didn't believe you. It's just they couldn't see what I saw, you know? So they were like, cool, man, and to them it's just, he came in and he was saying he's going to do this, he's going to do that.
Well, I mean, I'm going to do a trope here and say there's two types of people in this world, Eli. There are dreamers with no action, and there's dreamers with action, and you're a dreamer with action.
I appreciate that. And so early on one hand, I knew we were going to find a way to do something really impactful with a gun store. But on the other hand, no, I couldn't imagine, because if you came into our store early on, we had about a quarter of the show floor that we have now. And I took all the money to my name and put it into the inventory that was bought and put in the store. And I remember thinking, what are we going to do to prevent the embarrassment of this room looking so empty? In fact, I rented out like 16 feet of the wall, like a flea market, to a guy with some other inventory.
I think I remember that.
To keep it from, so there would be more to see when you came here. And then you fast forward, and I'm literally buying deals of incredible size over text message, hundreds of thousands of rounds, and they're coming and going, and company's growing, and we're implementing a lot of things that are going to, if you've enjoyed Liberty Tree Guns to this point, just get ready, because it's getting ready to be.
Yeah, we're just getting started, yo.
Yeah, we're you're seeing some of the beginnings of the things we're implementing, but we're gonna take it to a next level in terms of availability and pricing and the way that you can engage with our business. And you're starting to see the effects of that. And one of the things is these blue dot deals where we have massive amounts of discounted stuff. So I want to do two things. I wanted to send Logan out because we realized, to Trevor's credit, we don't have any Colt revolvers on the table.
That's right.
So we thought we might go see if we have any in stock, and we'll send Logan loose with the Pro Outfitters Mobile Cam.
Oh, yeah.
That is the Pro Outfitters Mobile Cam, brought to you by Pro Outfitters, the partners that make the mobile cam possible and that allow you to hunt 3 states from one lodge. Talking whitetail deer, turkey, waterfowl. They can do it all. Just go to huntprooutfitters.com, and I've heard tale of beer drinking and Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, real secret society stuff going on up there, guys.
Yeah, you can bag a trophy buck, and what I hear is what happens at the lodge stays at the lodge.
What do we? What's the deal with those specs there, Logan? How much are we selling those? Those Beretta.
If you're listening on the radio, Logan is loose in the store. You're getting a little bit of a view of the Blue Dot deals. We got some Beretta
with discounts.
Yeah,
too.
20% off. Anything with that. This is some Beretta.
A lot of them
tinted.
too.
I couldn't think of the word tinted. Shades there, shooting glasses. We've got reloading dies, discounted. We've got, I see a concealed carry purse from over here. Got
zombies. We got some
target.
zombies.
I did not even know we had that.
I didn't either. Oh, man. Purses? CCW purses?
You know, I never really thought about the zombies, like, dressing.
Like, well, I don't.
Stylishly.
I don't think they're dressing stylishly. I think they were dressed stylishly
before they became.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. She's like, I'm going to go out to the club. And the zombie's like,
yeah.
Yeah, now
that's what happened.
Now her picture's on a target.
So got some RCBS dies, and just back up and give a shot of just how much stuff there is to be
Show
had
the
there.
breadth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you're gonna see a little sneaker peeker of us sitting back here on the set.
What are you looking at, Logan?
Bro,
there you go.
There you go. It froze.
Oh, I
he
thought
couldn't see where he was aiming. Hey, we got shopping baskets now.
We
too.
do. Strategically placed underneath that table too. Apparently,
right there. You want that on top. Get that nice and on top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're there to load up people.
Right.
You're gonna want to fill that up. That stuff ain't gonna last long.
This is one row. Go on another dip dive, deep dodge and duck into the Blue Dot deals.
Who's that in the orange shirt?
Oh, you would know that would be one of our
it's
gun tenders, Tim.
Tim. Not related to Tom, by the way.
Look.
No relation.
Look at that. Springfield 1911 mag. I see Ruger mags. 20% off. 350 Legend. So many good deals.
What is that? That was a scope thingy, huh?
Well, that's
a mount.
That is a quick release mount that you could use to mount like a flashlight directly to clamp it to any surface, like a magazine tube on a shotgun.
Like
Super modular and handy.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe, as much as people have been digging it through this, I'm surprised at the number of good stuff that's still there.
That just goes to show you how much stuff we had, man.
Yeah, it's impressive.
It was a lot, so.
Got some
night
sights there, all of that. Anything you find with a Blue Dot is 20% off. Cleaning kit. Oh, that's an AR cleaning kit. That's a great deal. There's some... What was in that little... There was a bunch of little things. We had to keep them in a cardboard box.
There were tubes of cleaning.
Yeah.
Different cleaning things.
And
yeah,
brushes.
It was so tiny.
All of it's discounted, so you're going to want to get over here, get in that
and then
blue.
you got some, whatever that is. Frog lube?
Yep.
Wow. Is that made from real frogs?
Takes care of all
I think it is.
Or is it lube for frogs? Lube by and for frogs. It's kind of like FUBU.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
If anyone gets that joke,
I'm making inferences, but I don't know. I'm not. I wasn't around for the original FUBU craze.
Is it dead? Is it gone? Is FUBU gone?
No, because he's on Shark Tank. That's the only reason.
I know who you're talking about. You know what? I've seen that. I did not put those two together when I made
that's my connection to
that 5-star joke.
Yep.
I also do my own joke rating.
Okay, Logan, great job, but we need you to break away from the Blue Dot deal, double dip, dive, duck and dodge, and go find us a Colt revolver.
You're going to want to get those cuticles looked at too, by the way.
Yeah, you're going to need to get those checked in too. Oh, nice revolver case.
Oh, that is nice.
Oh, yeah, bring that over here.
Yeah, the Officer's Target Model 2.
Yep, that thing's on consignment.
What do you think? Just guess the caliber if you hadn't already seen it.
I know the caliber.
Oh, did you already see it or did you already know it? I'm going to go with 38 Special.
So that's an excellent guess.
Very good guess.
All right, we're back. The Pro Outfitters mobile cam is showing the top of the desk because it's mobile.
And
it's cam. So what do we have here, my friends? Tom, what do you know about this gun?
I know it's an oldie but a goodie.
That's really most of what you need to know.
Exactly.
So that's an old, what is that, a police?
It's an Officer's Target model. I think it's a second issue.
So
it looks like about an 8.5-inch barrel.
That's weird that you measured it with your fingers like
Yeah.
that.
He knows that measurement.
First of all, pass that thing over here.
Do you know?
I heard you say barrel length, so that means it's time
to
somebody.
ATF that thing. Test it. Dum, dum, dum. Legal or illegal? Legal or illegal? Legal or illegal?
You're fine for
Results?
today. Whew. Better be you hope I don't change my mind.
Oh man!
So how long was the barrel?
I didn't look.
I was actually
It's
curious.
definitely pinky to fingertip.
Focused on the here. Pass that down. Pass the tape measure down. I was focused on the joke. For those of you on the radio, I hilariously put on my
Check it
ATF hat
out.
and measured the barrel because the ATF likes to just decide that
arbitrarily
mere portions of an inch separate felons from law-abiding citizens. So
It's
that
actually a 7.5-incher.
there you go.
Oh,
There
you were
go.
close. You were close, but now you know the real distance.
Yeah, now you know the difference.
Now I know.
Yeah.
And everyone else knew that you exaggerated by an inch and a half, but
Well, doesn't everyone?
Yeah. Hey, so is that? Oh, it is. I was going to ask it if it was the pop-out cylinder.
yeah. So here's the thing: we were
Right
gonna
there.
do one segment with Tom, and then we were gonna do 2 segments with Tom. Now it's looking like we're gonna do 3 segments with Tom if he'll say
3.
yes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
We're moving in together on the Gun Shop Show.
Kids are curious by nature. Do your part to prevent unwanted tragedy from striking in your home by doing these simple tasks. Consider gun locks and/or gun safes for storage of firearms. Don't leave your guns unattended where children could reach them. Discuss with your children the rules of firearm safety. Sign your kids up for hunter safety classes. Firearm safety in the household is your responsibility. Do your part to prevent unwanted tragedy from striking in your home. For more information, visit jaspercountysheriff.org.
The Gun Shop Show costs money to make, and the Gun Shop Show is brought to you by pecans and cheese. Not really. Actually, we didn't have any sponsors for this segment, and so I decided that I would take a snack break, and also, I decided if you guys are tired of listening to me eat cheese and nuts, that you need to buy an ad. So, from now on, if our ad sponsorships don't sell out, you're going to have to listen to me eat nuts and cheese. In order to sponsor the Gun Shop Show, send us an email at thegunshopshow@gmail.com.
Next week, chips.
Hey, Adam and Lauren, thanks for jumping on here so we can make an ad for the show.
Yeah, absolutely. We're huge Second Amendment advocates and a big supporters of Liberty Tree and the Gun Shop Show.
All right, so for the ad, we're going to want to go over what you offer.
We do all the standard auto, home insurance, life insurance.
We also do a lot of rental property, whether that be commercial rental or residential, duplexes, apartment complexes, single-family dwellings. And we have specialty policies for all your firearms.
You have commercial coverage on my rental properties, so we can put that in the ad too. And I was thinking that we'll talk about how you're big supporters of the store and how you come in the store pretty much every day on your lunch break and buy guns.
Maybe don't mention the everyday thing because my wife does watch the show. But we've been known to come in occasionally.
Every once in a while.
All right, guys, I think that we have everything we need to make an ad. So once I get it done, I'll give you guys a holler to check it out. Trevor, don't put it in the ad, but those guys are in here literally every day on their lunch break.
Here's your chance to snatch Santa's stuff at High Winds Casino. Be at High Winds on Saturdays in November and December when 10 players will each get to snatch a prize from Santa's stuff. And on New Year's Eve, one lucky finalist will win Santa's sleigh, a brand new 2021 Jeep Gladiator Sport 4x4 from Vance Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Miami. Entering is easy. Just play with your red card and you'll earn entries for both the Saturday night drawings and the New Year's Eve Jeep giveaway. Snatch Santa's stuff, only at High Winds Casino.
The Gun Shop Show, brought to you by little old ladies. They're little and they're old. They're little old ladies. Welcome back to the Gun Shop Show. We kidnapped our customer support shipping specialist, Tom, and asked him to take just a few moments of his day to be on the Gun Shop Show. And here we are 3 segments later.
And now he's our prisoner.
Yeah, nothing you can do about it, Tom.
Please help.
Send help.
It's like, I'm here against my will. Goodness.
You know what that means.
Noise? I have not heard it in so long.
You heard it last week, bro.
Tom instinctively reached for the phone to say, Liberty Tree Guns, this is Tom. But he didn't. Could you do me a favor? Would you mind to help me with the voicemail phone? It should be right below you. We're just going to have to reach down. It's usually like a 2-man job.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself, man.
Yeah, that's a little... All right, and there's a little stand down there. It's a little green ammo can stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna put it up there so we can get it, so people can see the phone.
Tom, have you been working out?
I have, actually.
That looked relatively easy.
Probably all those shipments he's been lifting.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, how many shipments have you done? I mean, like a lot, right?
Oh, just a massive amount. Every day it seems
It's like
to be
just
more
a
and more.
small, large amount.
It's great seeing the FedEx guy come in, and you know it's been a good day when he's like,
Our FedEx guy has the worst attitude of anyone I've ever seen who is gainfully employed.
Right?
And,
yeah, they're keeping him busy, and that's a problem for him.
And, you know, we learned early on that you can't casually ask him how he's doing because he will give you details about his complaints about FedEx. And so we know we're doing our job when we exacerbate the situation.
Well, we might even be able to guess that if he doesn't show up at some point, that FedEx may have caught some of these episodes.
Yeah, no, I mean,
heard what he's doing.
I will say, I have not had any issues with the reliability.
Yeah,
the packages have been going out, and but he does not seem pleased.
Yeah, he leans on us like we're Oprah Winfrey, you know, like we're gonna hear his story.
Yeah.
Like, bro, just get the packages. Sorry.
Yeah, and he tells us how much better UPS is to their
all the time.
They got unions. They got unions.
And then this one will be like, bro, go get a job. You got experience. Okay.
You ready to do this, man?
We need to check the voicemail, but before we do,
what do we got to do?
We're working on making processes better here at Liberty Tree Guns, right?
Yeah.
So we decided, hey, why not be more efficient? And for that reason, you were going to put together a intro so we didn't have to play it live.
Yes.
So I know it was on your list for this week. How did you do on that?
Oh, I hate to let you down, but I'm going to let you down.
I'm going to have to play it live?
Yeah.
I don't remember
just one more time, guys. Just
Does that
one
mean
more
I
time.
get to be in the band?
Let's see. We need. What do we normally have? We got
guitar. We got drums. We got wicked vocals.
Vocals.
And there's some bass.
And then someone's playing the yam can.
Yeah, we play the yams. So Logan, you got your bass?
You got your bass?
Yep.
Let me see it.
Where's the bass?
You know what? I'm tired of waiting. You're out of the band.
You're out of the band.
Wait,
Tom, would you play?
Tom, you're in the band.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Every good band needs a dancer.
Right, so
just let me dance, bro.
He just wants to dance, man.
You can dance if you want to.
Can I leave my friends behind?
If your friends don't dance, then I'll tell you what.
What?
They're no friends of mine. You can dance.
You can dance
if you want to.
How many times they repeat that in the song, guys?
It's
a
like
bunch.
I want to know the story
Unlimited
behind
amounts. Unlimited
that.
amounts.
I want to know those. I want to be present for the first time that guy pitched that song too. I bet it.
I'm sure he did it in spoken form too.
Like, you can dance, and he's showing his wife.
She's like, yeah, go ahead and dance the trash on out to the curb, honey.
No, it was probably like, you can dance, and the guys are like, you can dance, and he's like, perfect.
Yeah, we'll say it twice.
Yeah.
Well,
you ready to rock?
It definitely sounds like a guy that doesn't know how to play the keyboard. It's like boop boop beep boop 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 beep boop.
But it's intoxicating.
Yeah, I know.
It was a hit too.
Well, the best thing about it was when he had the idea to put the little person in the video. That sealed the deal.
I didn't even know that.
Yes,
That's
it made it a classic.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to look that
Yeah,
up.
I haven't seen this video.
But
apparently.
I can picture it.
Little person in a video.
It made it.
We're just gonna wing this. I don't really remember the song, but hey,
break any
make sure
strings.
that the camera stays on because
Okay.
there was a couple of people that were like, I'm not sure they're really rocking out because the camera
doubters.
cut away.
Yeah.
But, so just get it all on this one.
Oh, yeah.
I
okay.
see people are waiting.
Yeah.
I hear them.
Okay.
So they're okay. Let's go.
Are you ready?
Ready.
As a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4.
Are you ready to check the voicemail?
Oh my God, you're smoking.
Thanks,
man.
Tom.
Holy
That's
crap.
shred,
I tell you
but
what.
I tell you what, get this on the 4-way because a lot of that smoke, that was coming from the
Tom.
yam can.
That's right.
Yeah, he really riffed on that one.
And so whenever it's time for you to get the Fast Fingers winner, that yam can home, just know that has already been pre-mixed.
It's probably already cooked, honestly.
Heck yeah.
All right. I didn't really budget in enough time, so we need to get to checking the voicemail.
Yeah, you should punch in those secret digits, bro.
Yeah, let's
do the
get
spinning,
them in
spinning,
there.
and then the spin the backwards.
And if you ever want to call the
180.
voicemail, all you have to do is call
208-918-1776.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the large pepperoni.
Oh, oops.
Ew.
I think we got a wrong number there, guys. All right, here we go.
Hi, this is Jimmy from Virginia. I want you to know I love your show. And I wanted to ask a question about Colt since I think that you were going to be doing a show on. And my question is where are current Colt handguns and AR-15 manufactured? Look forward to your answer. Thank you.
That's a good
thank
question.
you. From Virginia. What was his name?
Jimmy.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Hey,
we
Jimmy.
got listeners all over
What up,
this
player?
great country. And I've got good news and bad news for Jimmy.
What's? Don't let him down
What's
softly.
the good news?
You want
Let him
good
down
news
gently.
first?
Yeah.
Let's do the bad news first.
Oh, bad news? Mm-hmm. Okay. What's the bad news, man?
The bad news is they don't make Colt AR-15s anymore.
Oh man.
What's the good news?
The good news is we have one here. So we're still not going to leave you hanging on the Colt AR-15.
Well, at least get to see one.
Yeah.
Before they went bye-bye.
And the other good news is that Samuel Colt was born in Hartford, Connecticut. And where are a lot of guns, including one of these last of the breed Colt ARs, where were they made? Can you tell us, Tom? And can you show us that beauty right there?
Yes. Made in Hartford, Connecticut.
Can you believe that?
That is
Bam.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Keeping it home.
However, let me touch on this briefly. Actually, let's get into this Colt real quick. What's the model on this thing?
This is a Colt LE6940. And what makes it different from other Colt ARs, it has the free floated handguard. And
it's got I see steel flip-up sights.
Yo.
Steel front flip-up sights. It had I think this came with a Magpul M-Bus rear sight when it was new in the box. Looks like this owner has modified it with Leopold scope.
Got some good taste there.
Is that a grip pod?
All right,
Grip
guys.
pod.
We're coming up on a break on the Gun Shop Show.
It's It's been a pleasure over the last 18 months serving both the Mount Vernon and the Carthage community with all their wireless needs, whether that's small business or keeping your family connected. Visit us at 100 George E. Phelps Boulevard, Carthage, Missouri, or 417-317-6342.
If you need a simple upgrade, to add a line, or need help with a plan change, come by and let one of our representatives help you out. Our Mount Vernon location is located at 318 West Mount Vernon Boulevard. Our phone number is 417-737-9669, or you can visit our Facebook page at Verizon Wireless Mount Vernon.
We have all the accessories for your favorite models, such as the S20 Ultra, maybe it's the 11 Pro Max, or the Google Pixel 4.
For just a simple plan change, an upgrade, or to add a new line to your account, stop by one of our convenient locations or check us out on social media. To get connected or stay connected to Verizon Wireless, the nation's best network.
Thank you.
We will see you soon.
Hey everybody, Eli here, and I'm really excited to tell you that the Gun Shop Show is brought to you by one of my favorite places on earth. Located here in my hometown of Carthage on the beautiful historic square, the Emporium on the square, and the Woodshed. It's a art gallery, an event center, a gift shop. They have art classes, and there's very unique Americana artwork from famous artists like Andy Thomas. They handle a lot of his original framing. Just has this incredible old school vibe, and you can feel the history coming through. Have to check out the art gallery, but then as you work your way to the back, my favorite part, the Woodshed. Had a lot of great meals in here. They've got burgers. I love their catfish. Excellent. Chicken and waffles even. It's incredible. And it's also a music venue, so we got to see my favorite band of all time, the Ben Miller Band. Ceiling was literally raining down. They were rocking so hard. But the best thing, owned by one of my favorite people on earth, that's Cherry Babcock. Check out the Emporium on the Square and the Woodshed. Hey podcast listeners and live stream viewers, I wanted to let you know that the Gun Shop Show is made possible by our friends at Mid-America RV. Being in the customer service industry, I have a really high standard for how customers are treated. Mid-America RV does it right. I've got my RV through their dealership and I've taken it all over the country. We made it to South Padre Island. We've gone to Colorado several times. And if you've ever owned an RV, you know there's a lot that comes with it. So who you get it from matters, and it's extremely important that you have support after the sale. They're located just outside of Carthage. They have a really vast inventory, and they are home of, I believe they call it a forever warranty. So I urge you, if you're in the market for one, to check them out. It's a really fun and can be very affordable way to get your trips in. So visit them at midamericarv.com. We appreciate their support of the Gun Shop Show. If you're in the market for a travel trailer or fifth wheel, check out Mid-America RV.
Land is everything to me. When I was born, I was brought home to the family farm, was raised, learned work ethic there, learned appreciation and respect for life and the land itself, and it just became second nature. I had to be there all the time. Whenever I wasn't on the land, I was not happy. But I learned to understand the land, learned to respect it, learned family values. My wife and I have bought a farm besides the one we live on, and it has just been a great investment, and it's been someplace that my son and I have shared the passion of hunting together, and land has been everything in my life. It has kind of kept me focused and gave me a place to be. It's kind of kept me grounded.
Hey, you know what makes this, the Gun Shop Show, possible? It's people who believe in the show. And someone who has believed in the show from the very beginning is my good friend Chris Chapman, owner of Whitehead Farm Supply. Here's a message from Chris.
Guys, my name's Chris Chapman, owner of Whitehead Farm Supply, and I just want to take a few seconds here to let you know that we are going to be proud sponsors of the Gun Shop Show, and we appreciate everything that them guys are doing over there, and we just want to show them our support. Thank you.
So whether you have 2 chickens or 2,000 acres, Chris is your man. Give him a call. I guess that's pretty much the ad.
Whitehead Farm Supply.
Seriously? You can dance. You can dance. You can dance if you want to.
You can leave your friends behind.
Because if your friends don't dance, I'll be honest with you.
They're no friends of mine.
No.
Get out of here.
Out of here. So we're breaking the bad news to Jimmy, and I'm going to read an article about an announcement that Colt made last year.
Yeah. When did they make that announcement?
Colt
says so. This was in. I know it was
in 2019 for sure.
like,
it was like June of 2019 if I remember correct. Yeah, it's in the beginning of the article.
It
there that
sounds
you're
right.
holding.
Firearms manufacturer Colt says it's suspending production of its popular AR-15 semi-automatic. I'm not even going to read, but the article says assault rifle.
Right.
For the civilian market, saying it will concentrate instead on fulfilling contracts from the military and law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
This is a quote, the fact of the matter is that over the last few years, the market for modern sporting rifles has experienced significant excess manufacturing capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Colt Defense LLC president and CEO Dennis
Villieu.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Said in a statement Thursday, given this level of manufacturing capacity, we believe that adequate supply for modern sporting rifles is adequate for the foreseeable future.
Yikes.
Wow. And, I got to be honest, as a gun dealer, mid-2019, I would have agreed with you.
Right. It probably should have agreed with them a little sooner than that because didn't it die off pretty quick after 2016?
Well, it took a little while for the reality to catch up with everyone. But, I was at SHOT Show in 2017 and walking around with my wife, and it was like a sea of AR parts.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be weird. I'm taking off my jacket, and it's just hot in here.
No, it wasn't weird. Now it's weird.
Now it's weird.
You made it weird.
The way
now.
Trevor was watching was weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I got the sunglasses
Try
on,
to
man.
shimmy your shoulders out. Like, there's something. Like,
Are you putting it back on?
I got to give you the example.
Oh, I'm not sure what's happening right now.
Even if you're just trying to take off a top, if you do it by shimmying your shoulders, it adds a layer of it has different connotations than just pulling it off. Just wiggling out of it.
Have you ever been driving down the road and you're like, oh, it's so hot, I need to take this jacket off?
Yeah.
And you're trying to do it and your arm gets trapped behind you?
And you're like, this is how I die.
Exactly. Just like they find you with your arms trapped behind you.
I've been
They're like, not another one.
I've been going down the road before and doing that, and a car pulls up to the intersection and it looks like they're going to roll out in front of me, and I'm like, guess you're ready to die today. Nothing I can do about it.
So this article that you're talking about, Eli, I think it was June 2019.
Yep.
And a little bit else that they talked about in there was the smart guns. I guess Colt kind of was on board with the smart gun idea in the 90s or late 90s or something like that.
Yeah, so Colt and Smith & Wesson both thought that it was smart to say, oh, yeah, that sounds reasonable. And they faced massive backlash.
Oh, yeah. The Colt filed for bankruptcy sometime around there, and then they brought in a new CEO and they kind of revamped the company. And
well, here's the thing. I'm gonna break it down.
Break it down, man.
So
can you wrap it to us?
Companies, and I'm predicting this. You can say you heard it here first. Companies have a tendency to thinly veil. It's thin to me because I understand their motivations. Other people eat it up like soup. They take their motivations and conceal them behind anything they think can win some sort of popular opinion or political and sociological points. So right now you find Walmart walking away from guns and ammunition sales, and here we go again with the take over, Logan.
Here we find Walmart walking away with guns and ammunition sales, and then they see the kind of backlash they're getting from their customers and people choosing local gun stores instead because you can't find anything at Walmart ammunition or firearm related.
Well, it's what's great for the small business, the small gun store owner. I mean, we're okay if they don't want to get into that niche. I mean, I would argue myself that you, the consumer, would want to go into a gun store where people are knowledgeable. Because if you ever walk in, I'm a tech dude. I walk into Walmart and I'm like, hey, can you show me where this tech thing is? And they're like,
I've had the same thing happen with guns and ammo. I'll walk in and I'll be like, I want to look at that Remington 700. And they're like,
what's Remington?
You mean one of these guns back here? I'm like, the Remington 700. Yeah.
Right.
They're like, a shotgun?
So actually,
and it's just...
I would say Walmart's doing the consumer a favor.
Well,
more than anything.
Here's the thing. Before I had my cactus-related throat emergency.
Yeah.
That cactus told you to stop right there.
Yeah, stop right there. Walmart claims at different points they're doing it for the good of the community. The truth is, Walmart is scaling back their sale of guns and ammo because you can't self-check out a gun.
Right.
And here in a couple years, you're going to go in a Walmart and there's going to be a robotic floor sweeper and robotic store shelves and very few human beings. In fact, it may be that you can only get delivery or pickup.
I would actually prefer Walmart without anyone working there.
Well, it seems like they're always stocking anytime you're trying to shop.
Let me go and shop.
First of all, we should say
silence.
that anyone that works at Walmart, we appreciate the fact that you will put up with customers there, because customers can be kind of demanding, especially in that environment. So we're not trying to be rude to any of those people, but just underscoring the fact that a good business model just means that at some point Walmart's going to be looking at profits, and reducing labor is going to mean automating a good portion of that and allowing the consumer to walk in and walk out with their goods. Amazon built the same prototype. They built a store similar to Walmart that you could just walk in, grab what you want, and walk out. You can't do that with guns and ammo.
Yeah, and so they will say that it's for, just so they don't contribute to gun violence or whatever thing sounds good on paper. The truth is, they know if they said we're not going to sell guns and ammo because you can't self-check out, and we don't want to dedicate any staff to help you. That sounds like something that's not palatable to the public.
All about profits.
And so whenever I was walking around SHOT Show in 2017, and there was nothing but a sea of black Picatinny rail-based accessories and manufacturers, and every other, such and such black pirate tactical, whatever. Like everybody and their cousin was taking ARs and bolting them together and calling them such and such manufacturing company. And I told her, I said, this cannot sustain.
No.
This is a bubble. And it was true. It was because we saw shortages in the era of 2012 all the way back to 2008. And so people thought, well, I can't get an AR, so if I could step up and get all the components and make my own AR, I'd make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they did for a little while, until so many people did that. There's too many manufacturers. The price point goes lower and lower, which is great for the consumer. That's a beautiful thing about the free market is when people pursue that opportunity for profit and people over pursue it, then the only way to liquidate and to gain an advantage is to go cheaper, which is to the benefit of the consumer, and it sort of self-regulates. But I knew that would be true, and I knew that Colt was probably just not able to compete in the market, or not wanting to compete. Not that they couldn't compete, it's just there's options out there that were quality, that were very inexpensive, and Colt already has all these other commitments they need to make, so they just decided to step aside and not make that anymore.
Oops.
But I wonder if that sounded a little different.
That was
I think that actually sounded like that. Getting a phone call on the gun shop show?
A little different ring.
Yeah.
That I think that's a live call.
Interesting.
Okay. I didn't reply to them.
Yeah.
I should have told
like
him.
I
should have told him I was hanging up.
It's like the bat phone, bro.
That was Colt.
Colt? Colt called?
Colt was watching
that
the
was a
show.
Colt call?
Company?
Yeah, they wanted to let me know something.
What's up?
I think I'm gonna have to wait till after the break.
Oh, you teaser.
You're gonna hear.
Are they mad at us?
What Colt had to say.
I'm mad at Colt
on the Gun Shop Show. Hey everyone, the Gun Shop Show is brought to you by Carthage Lock and Key. If you need anything to do with a lock or a key
to success.
Did they tell you to say that?
No, I just thought it sounded good.
They have a mobile service, so they can come to you and cut pretty much any kind of key
to success.
Or if you lock your keys in your
to
car.
Success.
I'm talking even security modern chip keys.
To success.
Trevor, could you just jingle the name of the business? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it good this time.
So, with all of my properties and all of the needs I have, I trust
Carthage Lock and Key to success.
Hey folks, I had to learn the hard way that a good home inspection makes a difference when you're buying a home. Our new sponsor, All Points Inspections, can provide just that. Here's a message from Corey from All Points Inspections.
Hey guys, Corey Hines here, owner of All Points Inspections. Up on a roof right now, currently doing a roof inspection, checking for leaks. But I am excited to announce that I am a new sponsor with the Gun Shop Show. Those guys are awesome over there. It's been kind of a Saturday morning routine for me now to join in on the conversations. Just a bunch of good group of guys all around, followers, watchers. Check them out. If you guys need home inspections, give me a call, 417-439-9229. Thank you.
You know what?
What's up?
What's up?
I'll write it myself and we'll do it live. We'll do it live. Has anyone seen that clip of Bill O'Reilly?
I have, and it's hilarious.
No, I have not.
You haven't? Oh my gosh,
too young,
it's classic.
man. I'm too young.
Tom, you haven't seen that?
So,
no, I'm not up on my memes as I should be.
Dude, this is
pre-meme.
Oh yeah,
It was pre-meme.
This is pre-meme.
Bill O'Reilly is like confused by what the teleprompter says, and they're about to come back from break, and he's like, "What does this mean?" And we can't play it because it's.
Is it? I know he curses,
He
but
drops the F-bomb.
well, here's one that's here. I'll mute it, but I'm gonna. It says censored, but he has a total flip out moment on screen.
Yeah.
I don't want to play it and then have to worry about it being censored, but you can look it up. Bill O'Reilly flips out.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly and he's like, "I'll write it myself and we'll do it live." So I wanted to come back.
It's pretty classic.
Yeah.
But anyway, how did that phone call go, man?
Yeah, what did
you didn't
Cole
get back
have to say?
Very curious here.
They said that they are back to making ARs.
What? Wow! Like didn't even take them a year.
They're back. To be fair, they didn't say forever. They said foreseeable future, and I don't think anybody could foreseeable
a pandemic.
The pandemic, the rioting.
Yeah.
Well, that
the sniffing. Think of all the sniffing that we've endured.
There's going to be a lot of sniffing happening in the future too.
Much sniffing.
But I will say this: that pandemic was so strong, I started manufacturing AR-15s, guys.
Do you know who likes sniffing? In particular, horses.
Oh yeah,
I heard about that.
Yeah, I know who.
Yeah,
yeah.
Good old Gary.
Kamala Harris.
I overheard the story, and you tell it.
So I don't know how it got brought up actually in the first place, but I'm talking to Gary about something, and he just brings up the fact he's like, I like the smell of horses. I like sniffing them.
This is kind of like the days like. So I don't know if I ever told you, but I like maps.
Yeah, that was a classic. He was like, out of the blue, he was like, Logan, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I like maps. Looking at them, topographical map where you can see the mountains. I really like maps. And I was like, I'm learning something new about this dude I never would have known.
Yeah, he confides in you a lot of things.
He does.
And here you are. You're supposed to be his friend, and you're letting it out just for the four of us to hear and no one else.
Well, actually, the whole world to hear.
Gary is the sales manager, so he's in charge of the gun tenders here at Liberty Tree Guns, which is what our guys that'll help you out. That's what they're called. They're like your bartender, your friendly, local gun tender helps get you everything you need. And
That's right. And turns out none of them are horses.
And unlike a bartender, they'll never tell you when you've had enough.
Yeah,
exactly.
They'll never cut you off.
Yeah, we'll
Just
never
being a
cut you
good
off.
friend.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
That's what we are. Your gun tender friends in the gun business.
It's so funny because I have people that are a little, sometimes I would say anti-gun leaning, or just maybe even just naive, and they're like, so what do you know people that have like 5 or 10 guns or like crazy amount of guns like that? And I'm like, I don't think you understand. I have dudes that spend like $60,000 a year every year at Liberty Tree Guns.
Yeah.
Do you think that if you stop selling them now, you're gonna get them all off the street? Like,
Right.
That ship done sailed.
So I don't remember what the ratio was, but it was multiple guns per person.
I think
The average gun owner owns 8.1.
Yeah.
The average, which means for every guy that owns one, somebody out there owns 150.
Yeah. Crazy.
Do you remember the Lord of War phrasing that was there was as many guns for this many people, and I want to learn how to arm the other half or something like that?
Yeah. Roughly.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Enough said.
It's classic wisdom of Nicolas Cage.
Yes. Nicolas Cage. All credit
He's
goes to
been
Nicolas
pretty-
Cage.
Yeah.
He's simultaneously the best and the worst actor of all time.
Man, he really did. The whole tax thing, desperation, man. It does terrible things to acting careers.
He did better than Wesley Snipes.
What do you mean?
That's true.
Like, as far as acting?
No. Well, yes, but no. I meant he stayed out of prison.
The whole tax
Oh,
evasion.
well, yeah. Well, he was making anything, man.
Yeah, well, I would rather make crappy movies than go to prison.
Well, I would too.
that's for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Well, you would think that he has the chops to do even like could have done bigger films. He could have been Batman, literally.
Wait.
He
Yeah,
was
he was-
supposed to be one of the Batmen.
He was in talks to do Batman at one point.
Superman.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Superman, not Batman.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. Superman and
Eli's heavily
someone
outnumbered in this.
photoshopped. I think someone
in this
photoshopped him
matchup.
in a costume.
No, there was actual footage of him
Oh, that was
wearing
him.
the bat suit or the Superman.
It did not look
costume.
right.
That
No.
would have been glorious.
Which that was supposed to be the follow up to Bryan Singer, not Bryan Singer's, but wasn't it the ones with what's his name?
I don't think anybody
The guy who had the
cares.
horse issue.
I think we can stop. Nobody cares.
You're outnumbered 3-1.
Well,
Yeah.
this is a gun show,
But-
and Superman isn't gun related. Although he
he
is immune
stops
to
bullets. Thank you very much. But how about that Colt?
Yeah, why don't we
We should talk about
this
Colt.
Colt?
Yeah.
I got
Well,
your back, audience.
We got
Don't
some.
worry. Don't
we
worry.
got some
Yeah,
voicemail.
we get off in the weeds. a little bit
If
too
you
much.
want to check out Logan and Trevor's superhero podcast, get it on Stitcher.
Oh, I'll do a movie podcast for sure.
It's
Yeah.
called
It's called the Not Gun Shop Show.
It's called Eli Doesn't Care About Movies and
Guys
other things
and
too.
guys
which
in-
is factual
Guides in
and also kind of mean.
Tights podcast. Okay, so we have a beautiful example of what we thought was a relic of the past. Colt AR. Let's bust that thing out one more time.
Bust it.
We've got a nice Leopold.
Bam.
Now, you don't put just any old optic on a Colt.
No.
Like a Simmons.
Like a Tasco.
No, you wouldn't do that. You would put a Leopold on there. I felt like there was one other feature of this gun that was in my mind during the break that I wanted to break down. Does anybody have any questions about this Colt?
What was the thing that you were going to point out about the Colt?
Yeah, what is
That's
that?
my question.
Is it the grip pod? Look at that grip pod.
I mean, is there anything abnormal about that or mainstream?
No. In a similar fashion to the way that Colt brought the 1911 into the mainstream, they brought the Armalite rifle.
That's right, because they bought the patent from Armalite, right? Wasn't that the company?
Yeah.
And although several companies were awarded contracts to manufacture the M16 for the Vietnam conflict, Colt was really the one that probably saved the M16 from being completely hated by the military community.
Yeah.
Although it was not widely appreciated at the time by those serving because of reliability issues. But Colt learned to make it to where it functioned right. And so some of the most sought after Colts now, collector's items, are Colt AR-15s from the 60s. So this one's not that old, but this is just a good, solid example. I actually have a Colt at home in my gun safe right now.
AR-15?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
It's not as nice as the one that we have here that Tom's holding for us, but it is undoubtedly a nice AR.
Is that a butt stock on that, or shoulder stock?
That'd be a factory one, it looks like.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What's interesting to me is kind of the design choices as ARs have progressed. Like that quad rail that you have there, you don't see that on new ARs. They leave it off.
Yeah, they're not doing the quad rail. Some people like the modularity of like M-Lock or Key Mod, but the quad rail is nice because it's completely solid. You don't, if you want to change the configuration, you're not taking parts on and off. What do you prefer, Tom? You like the fixed quad rail, or would you be interested in the like M-Lock style?
I'm a fan of the Picatinny rail. I've seen a lot of M-Lock stuff and key mod stuff, and why try to reinvent the wheel? This works. It's solid.
But have you seen Q-Cert?
Q-Cert?
You guys haven't heard about Q-Cert?
What's Q?
Man.
Yeah.
Q, the firearms company.
I might have heard about them.
Q.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah.
I forgot you guys had.
I went ahead and told them to stop right there.
So
I
did
forgot
the
that you
ATF.
did that. Yeah. And they called me crying. They were like, why do we have to stop?
What do we do?
It's funny. I was like, hey, we'll make this, and I bet we'll get under Q's skin. And then the ATF got under their skin, and our annoyance really paled in comparison.
Probably.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, they probably didn't even, probably forgot about us before they even knew.
I'm like, hey, this would be really funny. Let's see if they react to it. And then they're like, hey, we just got a letter that ends the entire future of our company. Tom.
Yes, sir.
In closing, is Colt the best? Wait a minute. What is the best manufacturer of all time, and why is it Colt?
Because they've put so many iconic firearms out. Not just the early revolvers, the single action army used by cowboys in the Old West. The 1911 used by our troops for 50 plus years. The ARs that have seen Vietnam forward.
And what was their polishing wheels made from?
From what I've learned, polishing wheels were made of wood covered in walrus hide.
Walrus leather.
Gangsta
That's when you
way.
know it's getting fancy.
That's how you know it's good.
That's how they get that finish.
Stay with us. We'll move on to the Shover Drive.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch. I'm Peter Thiel.
I'm Rob Brown.
And I'm Steve Scott. I'm Dalton Evans. I'll tell you what, the Show Us Your Rack promotion, which we're doing here at News Talk KZRG with our good friends at Liberty Tree Guns, your opportunity to win an awesome Beretta Tikka T3X bolt action hunting rifle.
Plus $500, and all you have to do is show us your rack. And we mean rack like that.
And when you go out and you harvest your deer,
very good.
Take a good picture of its head. Enter it at News Talk KZRG newstalkkzrg.com, and you're in line to win this amazing contest.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be from this year's. If you have one from previous years that you know is one heck of a fine rack, you can win with it as well, because it counts about how many of your friends really dig your rack.
Bada bing, bada boom. Hey, again, newstalkkzrg.com. Thanks to our good friends at Liberty Tree Guns and the Gun Shop Show for allowing us to be a part of their fun.
Now, show us your rack. Go. Steve. No, don't do it.
Buckle up, because belts just got better. With Core Essentials, the perfect fit every time. With 40-plus sizing positions. Styles for any situation. Whether in the boardroom, crushing sales and taking names, on your next adventure, in the great outdoors, or when you're done for the day and ready to relax. Get your perfect fit with Core Essentials.
Kids are curious by nature. Do your part to prevent unwanted tragedy from striking in your home by doing these simple tasks. Consider gun locks and/or gun safes for storage of firearms. Don't leave your guns unattended where children could reach them. Discuss with your children the rules of firearm safety. Sign your kids up for hunter safety classes. Firearm safety in the household is your responsibility. Do your part to prevent unwanted tragedy from striking in your home. For more information, visit jaspercountysheriff.org.
This just in. Huge cave found beneath the heart of the city. Spelunkers shared tales of an underground cavern system in Carthage, Missouri. Locals report the entrance to be at 10th and Garrison. Cave Gang Pizza. Stop in and enjoy wings, wood-fire pizza made with local ingredients, and our full bar. Bring the whole gang and uncover a legend.
The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. What is it? We don't know. The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. Here we go, it's the Gun Shop Show.
Welcome back. This is when the show goes off the rails.
About to get crazy up in here.
This is the show overdrive. No strings attached.
We're listing off all 7 of the words now.
Yeah, we gonna ready to hear them? You're talking
beep, 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 beep. All 7 of them.
That got really racist towards the end there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, you guys had to hear that.
Right.
So we only got to age 16 of Mr. Samuel Colt, and then
is crazy. This thing went off the rails.
Well, we had Tom on. We were showing Colts, which is important.
We're shipping Colts, buying Colts.
We're talking Colts.
Talking Colts.
I honestly forgot about the whole AR-15 thing, which is kind of surprising because I spent so much time looking at Samuel Colt's life. I didn't really go much past his passing.
Yeah. And Colt, at various points, were synonymous with an AR. Like, that was the brand to get. And, in fact, a lot of the people... older crowd, like that's still the only thing they want to associate with a quality AR-15, and even Colt was like, "Yeah, there's some decent other stuff out there."
I did some other stuff, like how about a little thing people may have known called the Peacemaker?
Yep.
That was, I want to say that one came out shortly after. Let me check. Let me double check my numbers here. Yeah, shortly after his passing. It came out in 1873. He passed in 1862 during the Civil War.
Ironic. Peacemaker?
Yeah.
Didn't make any peace.
Well, right. There was a couple of points on that I thought were pretty interesting. One of which, the Colt company called it the Model P. But on the Frontier, it had several nicknames. The Equalizer.
That's good.
The Hog Leg.
No, like that one.
The Smoke Wagon.
No.
Blue Lightning.
You know what I'm thinking, guys?
What are you thinking?
How do they call it Blue Lightning?
I hate to say it.
Because it was blued.
I hate to say it.
But lightning.
But I'm thinking.
What are you thinking, man?
Let's do a whole another episode on Colt.
What? Colt number
part 2?
Is it because you're looking at my copious notes here going, we can't get through all of this?
Are we going to call it Colt the sequel?
Coltier.
I'm thinking we'll call it Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need.
I don't know any of these songs you guys sing on the show.
Yeah, you were singing about Mississippi sausages or something earlier, weren't you?
I know you can dance if you want to.
I can't believe you guys don't know 1814.
No, I don't, man. Is that like the War of 1812?
Yeah.
But 2 years later?
I can tell you how it went down if you want to hear it.
The 1814 or the song?
I think our audience wants to know.
Okay.
They deserve to know.
Here's a brief historical synopsis of what took place.
Okay.
It was in 1814.
And that was brief.
Wow.
There you have it.
That was good.
Oh, let's hear the extended version.
The extended version is...
It lasts until 1850.
In 1814, we took a little trip.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
We took a little bacon. We took a little beans. We met the bloody British at the town of New Orleans.
What kind of bacon?
Crispy.
Now, were they floating down the Mississippi? Were they taking it down the old crooked letter, straight letter?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how they
That's
got
how they
there.
got to
Yep.
New Orleans. Mhm.
And,
Now, was that...
Appreciate it if you'd
was
say
that
it right.
called the Mississippi back then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or was it just called the river?
It was called the Muddy Mississippi.
Muddy Mississippi.
All the way
with
down
the
to
lift.
New Orleans.
It was called French. No, it wasn't that French. You know, a lot of things transpired.
Yeah.
We
made friends, made enemies.
We fired our cannons until the barrels melted down.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
How many firings?
But you know what we did?
What?
We just grabbed an alligator and fought another round.
Oh, wow. That doesn't seem likely at all, but
Yeah,
I'll take your word for it.
Alligators? Crazy.
Yep.
I've heard...
We put the...
I don't know if this is true. Crocodiles more effective than alligators.
Yeah, that's not something you want to get into with the gun crowd.
I cannot speak from any experience.
I'm a
other
croc
than
man.
I was the alligator because I'll tell you what, we put the cannonball in his mouth.
Okay.
And what we did is we actually powdered his behind.
Oh.
Okay.
And when we let the
I'm
powder
picturing
off,
Yikes.
the gator lost his mind.
Oh, I bet he did.
Yeah.
Literally lost his mind.
But it was crazy because we fired our guns.
Yeah.
And the British kept it coming.
They're relentless.
As they do.
Yeah. Yeah, they were relentless. Them Gators and the English. Speaking of English, I'm going to give out a little nidbit of
Speaking of English,
Colt
we're switching
knowledge.
the show to Spanish. Starting right now.
Hola, me llamo Ramon.
Me llamo Logan.
I want to say, though, guys, I have to get this off my shoulders, okay? Because it's really weighing me down right now.
Okay.
All right.
I can see it.
The Peacemaker was kind of, it formed the West. All right. Okay, guys, formed the West. Some of the most notable users of it were Wyatt Earp. You guys know Wyatt Earp, right?
Yeah.
Who doesn't know who Wyatt Earp is, right?
Wyatt Earp, yeah.
He hasn't answered any of my texts.
Yeah, he's known to ghost people. Okay, so that's where we'll end the laugh track.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
And then the Battle of Little Bighorn. Most, if not all, of Custard's men were using the Peacemaker. While oddly, Custard was using English guns. But I do want to point out, Wyatt Earp survived. Custard did not.
Do you think that Wyatt Earp back in the day when he was slinging that iron and shooting people, he ever had a catchphrase? Ghosted. Ghosted.
Probably cooler than that, but yeah.
I think he went, Earp, Earp, Earp.
He's probably like, Erp-a-derp, Erp-a-derp.
He was like, Wyatt.
I had a really good idea while you're talking about the Peacemaker. I think that they should come out with a really affordable 3D printer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically designed to make
Oh,
guns.
yeah.
And make it the Peacemaker. Because it makes...
Piece.
Yeah.
I seen what you did there.
Or whatever.
Spelling was really hard for a
Whichever... Not P-E-A.
Yeah.
But pie.
Yeah.
Pie.
Yeah.
C-E.
Like a piece of makers.
You know, I don't know what it is about the Shover Drive.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to chill.
Yeah.
So,
and again, man, if you could stop taking your pants off during the chauffeur drive. I know it's chill, but it's not cool. I know this is your place, but you invite me over to your house and keep it PG.
You made me iron your pants the other day, and I was like, what am I doing?
And I was like, we're going to the next level, boys.
We're taking it to the pants ironing level. Yep. I'm going to be wearing sports jackets with shoulder pads.
All the new gun tenders, orange shirts. And I was like, we're wearing these so that our staff can identify you. And then I'm just ironing my pants while I'm standing there pantsless. But I had the orange shirt on.
That's because that's the uniform.
That's right.
Yeah. You didn't tell them that they had that pants were a part of the uniform. We just appreciate
Actually,
the fact
he did
that
say
were.
pants were part of the uniform.
Oh, we did? Well, that's probably a relief. I'm sure customers are relieved.
Yeah.
When they're in here dip, dodge, dive, ducking, and dipping in the blue dot deals.
Now, whenever customers come in wearing orange shirts, I'm like, when did I hire a new guy?
You're like, hey, answer the phone. You, answer the phone. Is that, I don't even work here, man.
Okay.
Oh, that's hilarious to imagine. I wonder. I bet somebody would.
Oh,
I
yeah,
bet somebody would. If you were like, answer the phone, they would just be like, okay.
They're like, hello, and then their wife is like, John.
She's calling for a gift for him, and he's here trying to buy whatever she was going to give him for a gift.
Do you feel like there's just anything we can't live without
for this episode?
Yeah.
Probably not live without.
Yeah. Because I love this topic.
Yeah.
And I think probably someone like Roy Huntington or maybe even Machine Gun Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much good stuff. We could talk about the Wild Wild West.
Heck yeah.
I was thinking we might want to try and get Andy Thomas on the show.
Oh,
He's a fan of the West and probably...
Oh, that would be great.
Probably painted the Colts, and we could talk about the artwork, all of that stuff.
Well, that would be good because of the fact that Samuel Colt was one of the first people to use art to sell his firearms, and he commissioned painters, or a painter specifically, to paint pictures of his firearms to help sell them.
Wow. He knew what he was.
He was really ahead of his time.
Yeah.
He was.
It was a very interesting deep dive into history.
At 16.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
I want you guys all to forget that factoid until Colt 2.0 episode.
Well, we could also give him some misdirection and then correct ourselves next time, like Samuel L. Colt, also inventor of double bubble.
Did you know? I don't know if you guys knew this, but
I like to smell horses.
Samuel Colt, born with a cylinder in his hand.
That's how he knew he was born.
Yeah.
Do you know? I think it's interesting that the wheel was invented. Who knows how long ago? But that thing has really enriched our lives in so many ways.
Such a simple thing.
I know. You know, the first one was just a
wheels
boulder.
are nice. Wheels are nice.
The first one was just a boulder that some guy was like rolling stuff on.
I was going to make a wheel joke and I didn't come up with one.
Oh, you work on it, bud. Hey, so I was thinking, imagine
it'll come back around.
Imagine if you're yeah, it's good.
I appreciate the fake laughs.
We'll put some crowd cheers in.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking, like, you're a caveman, right? And you're the smartest caveman in the group of cave people, and you bust out a boulder and you're rolling something along on it, and you're like walking along with it, rolling on there like you're just the smartest guy in the cave. I bet at one time that was the way it was. Like, people were just watching Gru walk by, and they're like, "Oh, he is so smart. He figured out you could roll stuff."
It
on
was probably more
boulders."
like,
This entire segment done in cave language.
Yeah.
We should do that with subtitles.
One of my favorite things in Wayne's World 2 is whenever I saw the look on Eli's face.
What just happened?
He just checked out on us.
You're like, one of my favorite things in Wayne's World 2 was...
the look on his face is classic.
And I was like... The laughs?
I didn't even realize I was.
Yeah, it was night and day. He was just like, I'm not interested.
No,
He goes into zombie mode.
I'm like,
Anyway, this is a good. He just starts talking, leaves the show. But seriously, this is applicable. But anyway, there's a scene in that movie where Wayne is fighting his girlfriend's dad, and they're speaking in, I think, Mandarin, and they like talk for a while, but the words are, in subtitles. But it's like a 3-second phrase, but there's like 2 words.
Oh, like really long.
Yeah. It was a joke. I thought it'd be a funny premise for talking caveman.
I was just thinking we should recreate any kind of famous interactions, but in caveman.
We could do that, like of history, like reenacted epic moments in history with cave people.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do that.
Like that. I have a dream speech.
I guess that. I don't know. Anybody know caveman? What do cave people say?
I was imagining. Oh my God, Becky!
Look at those behinds.
Yeah, like.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Me too, man. Me too.
I don't know.
Hey,
we'll work on it.
Yeah,
we'll work on it.
Coming together.
It'll get better.
So we should get some stuff off the ground, guys. We've been talking about how we're going to do some stuff, and we haven't told anybody about what we're going to do. But I bet if we tell them we're going to do it, we're going to be more likely to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Like what stuff?
Like group-related things. Know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're bringing this up again?
Multiple members in a group kind of thing. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Are you guys even tracking with me at all right now?
We'll announce it on the next show.
Okay.
No, I'm understanding it, but it just sounds a little...
I know, it sounds
like
worse than it is.
A bunch of people doing...
No, like, we're members.
Group stuff?
We're members of groups.
Is there a name?
Yeah.
Group stuff.
There is a name, but I don't want to reveal it just yet because we've been talking about it. But we've been talking about it for a while, and we need to... If we make the commitment, we'll get it done. Listen, guys, on the Gun Shop Show, you need to get your stuff together.
Are you talking to yourself right now?
All of us right now. I'm reprimanding all of us.
You're like,
it's
Trevor...
it's unacceptable.
Trevor
all of
need
you.
be better.
You, and you.
Especially this girl. Oh.
And now, a classic advertisement. This is an Ivor Johnson revolver ad. Look at this. Papa says it won't hurt us. Written across this child's chest.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Papa says it won't hurt us. look, this kid's just chilling with a revolver. Accidental discharge. Impossible. How did they have that figured out back then, but now not so much?
Well,
huh, guys?
You don't keep the revolver loaded.
I wonder if that's real.
Oh, it's real, bro.
No way.
Yeah, I got this. It got it off a Wikipedia article. It's a real
that makes
advertisement.
Sense.
I mean, I know that some people think that it's false because, like, some of it can be proved to be untrue. But
I was told
it's not like history's ever been falsified.
I thought you were like, yeah, it's true. I got it off the internet.
That's a $6 gun right there.
I would like to get in on a barrel of those.
I wish guns were $6 again.
Yeah.
They're not toys. They shoot straight and kill. Yeah, as opposed to not straight. You may need one only once in your lifetime. Buy now, so you'll have it at that time.
Do you think if bullets were all dimpled, they'd be more aerodynamic?
Like a golf ball?
Yeah.
You would think that the premise would work, but do you think...
Did you see the Mythbusters where they tested miles per gallon on a car after and before it was dimpled?
Mm-hmm. No,
it was like a 50% increase in miles per gallon.
By dimpling it?
Yes.
Oh, that's
reduces surface area so there's less drag.
That doesn't reduce surface area. It increases surface area. That doesn't make sense.
By dimpling?
Yeah.
But
You're
the wind is...
take that up with Mythbusters.
No, bro. The air is going to go over the dimple. So it's touching less surface area.
Yes.
This isn't like mountains increase square footage.
I forgot who said that. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, this is the air will go over it, so it doesn't. It's not touching it, so there's less friction.
Of course.
So now you got some science.
That's what the hail damage on my truck is for.
Yeah, it's to make it more aerodynamic.
You're like, before the hail damage, 19 miles.
Well,
after, 23.
I'm gonna say I bet John Travolta, no matter what, faster than most other guys. Dimple chin. He's got a dimple in his chin, guys.
I would not have ever.
That was a chin dimple joke. I'm pretty sure he does. Now I have to look up.
Straight to Pulp Fiction, and I was like,
put it on your You do that one on your guys' podcast.
That he has a dimpled chin?
Just all that stuff, yeah.
But we're doing it on your podcast.
Yeah. See the dimple?
Why don't you just cut this out, upload it, back at your podcast?
We'll blur you out.
We could just be like, he disapproves of this the entire time.
What would our podcast be called, Trevor?
I don't know. The Gun Shop Show, but better.
I was thinking Men in Tights.
Why?
Yeah, we could always wear tights. I don't know.
I'm out on the tights. Now I'll be tight the whole time.
We could be talking
I'll
about
be
whatever
like,
we want.
joke.
And
That's
they're
how
like,
tight.
not land, kind
They'll
of land.
Hey, they'll be
not
tight
land.
landings. They may be bad, but they'll be
Superhero
tight.
landings where it's terrible on your knees.
He doesn't. Hey, you can't mention superheroes. Eli gets
Oh, my
annoyed and
apologies.
checks out on us.
Well, what about the Punisher who uses guns?
Oh, yeah. Episode 200 still gonna be, or 100 still gonna be Batman. I'm gonna push for that. Guns of Batman.
We did already pretty much agree on it. So we did agree on it pretty much.
It's it was unanimous before.
What's next week's show going to be about?
Apparently, Colt.
Colt Part 2?
Yeah.
Colt Part 2. You know,
we should do Colt Part 3 next week. So everyone's like, where was Part 2?
What? Well, didn't that happened with a series of movies? But we shouldn't talk about that on this podcast.
No.
I think it was the House movies.
You know, you done?
Yeah,
Okay.
I checked out.
Sweet.
Whatever we do next week, it will be made possible by our partners, U.S. Law Shield.
That's true.
They're a legal protection for your self-protection. And I am going to have to hire an attorney to clean up this whole competing podcast situation.
Yeah, you think they do that for you?
It's not cheap.
Or they know a guy?
I don't know if U.S. Law Shield would do it, but U.S. Law Shield will do a great job protecting you if you have to defend yourself in court.
For self-defense.
When you act in self-defense, any non-heinous act, no caps, no limits. And you need to make sure you use the promo code Liberty Tree.
That's all one word.
That's all one word when you do that. And what you're doing is a couple of things. You're getting 2 months for free. And you're also
locking in your rates.
Platinum protection.
So your rates will never go up, regardless of the economy and everything that's happening.
The inflation.
And pandemics and whatnot.
Yeah. I think the shoe has not fully dropped on the economy of the pandemic.
Nope. I don't think so either.
But it could.
The residual effects usually take time.
The residge.
You're going to creep up.
I just hope toilet paper doesn't go out of stock again.
We should just do bidets,
Because
bro.
I was using my hand, and I could never get my hand clean enough.
Gross.
Also, that's not true. I just made that up.
So that's not true.
Yeah, we couldn't have guessed that was made up.
That's
because
a
you always smell
cultural
that
thing for-
Hadouken.
It actually is, yeah. And you would shake with what, the left hand or something?
Yeah. What happens if you're left-handed in
You know
that
what's
country?
funny? I believe that to be true, but that could be just as untrue as like the Marilyn Manson's rib story.
Oh, that's totally untrue, man.
I know.
It's totally true. I was there. I was like, no way.
For the removal of the rib or the reason for removal?
All right.
both.
All right. We're going to invite you back next week when we're going to be talking about Colt.
We should get Andy Thomas on here.
We might have Andy Thomas. We'll try.
Yeah.
We'll also have more Liberty Tree related news to share with you. Make sure you come in and get diving in the deep
diving deals.
And get all your hard to find ammo with your friends in the gun business, Liberty Tree Guns.
thing that has you cooked right.
Yep.